Hello, this is Gloria J. York, Master Tarot Reader for over 25 years, spiritual channeler since birth, and best-selling author of the #1 book, Medical Manslaughter. Read it. It will save your life. Okay, I thought we would do something just a little fun this weekend, and I'm doing all the astrological signs, doing tarot readings for them. And all around this one card, the Fool. Because, as you know, this week coming up, April 1st, is April Fool's Day. And so the question is, are you going to be a fool or are you not? You know, the Fool is the most significant card in the deck. It's a sign of adventure, new beginnings, skipping down the road, happy as a lark, but you got to watch so you just don't step off the cliff. And so we don't need tarot to tell us that we have a coronavirus that's plaguing our world. We don't need tarot to tell us that the stock market has fallen and finances have been lost. No. But we could look at tarot to advise us about the future, because tarot does advise. It consoles us. It gives us guidance. And many times it warns us. So Spirit has guaranteed me that there is a message here in this read. Now this read is going to be for the sign of Scorpio. So anyone who has Scorpio in their sun, moon, rising, or even Venus will be affected by the message that Spirit has laid out here in the cards. And so I am just the messenger, listening to Spirit and deciphering what they're saying, asking them to clarify. And so let's see what is in store for our dear friends in the sign of Scorpio. And this is for April 1st, 2020. And as we know, time is fluid, so it could flow all the way through April and even into May. And that's okay, because then you'll have that warning way in advance, won't you? Yes, you will. All right, let's see what they're saying here. Okay. Well, the first sign that I'm seeing here in the first card, which tells us the initial, is the Empress. And the Empress is a card of birth. So it could be that throughout this quarantine, someone might become with child. Or someone may have a child during that period. Because a young person is accenting it too with a message. And so, like I said, who knows what the quarantine might bring us. Now, as I go through, I want to accent more into the future. You know where you're at presently. But the first card coming into the future is the Two of Cups, and you'll see it is in reverse, which means that in some instances, for some of you, love is flowing away from you, not coming towards you. The love is not growing. It's actually dissipating, because you have the Five of Wands, the rods. And they're saying with a 5 is aggravation, frustration, arguments. And so that goes right in line with the fact that love might be dwindling. And what are you fighting over? And that has a lot to do with money. And you want to provide. You want to provide for the young, your young children or your grandchildren, but there's only so much money to go around. And that's causing you to get nervous, filled with anxiety, not sleeping good at night. So all that is taking its toll on you. And that'll bring forth a judgment that has to be made. But you see, the judgment came in reverse. And so Spirit is saying, if there's a judgment that you have to make about someone, hold back. Right now isn't the time to make a judgment. Perhaps you don't have all the facts. Perhaps you don't know all that occurred or is occurring. And so open your heart and don't be so judgmental, because someone seems to want to keep something from you, not tell you everything. You know, when it comes to the finances, many have lost money in the stock market. And so that's why money is even tighter than ever. And that's why a lot of arguments are going to surface. And unfortunately, maybe it will bring a lot of divorces throughout this quarantine time. But now would be the best time, Spirit says, to take a look that if the stock market went and soared tomorrow, where do you think, what areas do you think it would soar in? Technology? Movies? Where? So utilities? I mean, there's so many areas. So now would be the time to meet with someone who knows about investing, or talk with friends and colleagues and relatives and get their thoughts on this, that, or another, and maybe take a little bit of what you might have left and put it there. Because the question is, if the stock market is going to go up. The statement is, it will go up. It will. And so maybe this is your chance to jump on a bandwagon that maybe before was way out of reach to you financially. Give that some thought. Spirit is sending you that message. Also, Spirit wants you to know that this kind of time that we have is a time where people who don't have much take a look at people who have what they consider a lot. And so you do have someone who's watching you. Do have somebody that kind of is keeping tabs not only on you, but kind of the family and looking at what you have, and they want what you have. So make sure that you're on guard. Make sure your doors are locked. Make sure that there's a light on even when you're not home, because someone is definitely looking at you and what you have. And so you want to be on guard. Watch your purse, watch your wallet. Really be on guard and tell your whole family to do the same. I see here that you're going to have a decision to be made about money. It's going to be two things that are going to crop up, and you're going to have to decide either we get this or we get that, and you're not going to be able to get both. But I also see that you have the King of Swords in your reading here, and the King of Swords is a very intelligent person. The King of Swords could even be you, or it could be your spouse. And it's going to stir up a lot of intelligent thoughts about where you should maybe go from here. You know, never before has government said, stay home from work and we'll pay you. Never. But that's the situation you have now, so it's not so bad. And for those that say that they are bored, it just blows me away, because there's so much to be done. If you don't want to sit and read, and you don't want to watch a movie, and you don't want to learn how to cook, or learn how to bake, or learn how to sew, come on, listen to all that. There's so much you can do. Then start your spring cleaning. If you don't want to do all that, then start the spring cleaning. There's a lot of cleaning to be done. Those windows need washed. They sure do. And that clutter, well, it needs to go. We are so blessed here in the United States of America. we have so much. Even those of us who don't think we have a lot, those of us who think that we're poor. There's no such thing as being poor in the United States of America, because people that have much are always giving. They're always given to charities, their clothes and money, household items. You don't have to buy an item right off the shelf, brand new, spanking new. You could get it at a used store, a resale shop, and it'll serve you just as well. And they have some beautiful clothes. They really do. They're very particular about the clothes they accept. So think about these things whenever you're doing your purchasing. You don't need name brand Nike shoes. There's a lot of nice brands out there, and they'll cover your feet just as well. Well, Spirit has a lot of good things to say to you, and sees here that you are having some trouble in your sleeping. And so Spirit is saying that you are filling yourself with a lot of anxiety. Even though there's a lot of things right now you're enjoying more because you're home. You're able to cook a meal without being exhausted. You're able to go to the store and really put your thoughts together. What are we going to have today? What are we going to have tomorrow? A couple days in advance. And so Spirit says for you to get more calm, for you to be more grounded, Spirit is saying go outside. Go outside in the fresh air. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath with me right now. Wow. That makes you feel good immediately. Now you go outside and you breathe in that beautiful air that God provided. And go up to a tree and touch the branches or touch the bark. And touch the flowers and smell the fragrance. Oh, all that will add to your peace of mind. And it'll relax your body. If it's warm outside, take your shoes off and stand in the grass and wiggle your toes. And feel the dirt beneath. All this is God's way of calming you down. All this is God's way of telling you, I've got your back. You have nothing to be afraid of. Nothing's going to harm you because I love you. I've always taken care of you and I always will. And that brings us to the other point of now that you're home and you're by yourself. You might be with the whole family, but go into a room by yourself. Close the door. And talk to God. Don't read out of a book some words that someone else wrote. It's not necessary. Talk to Him from your heart. Tell Him what you hope and what you fear. What you would like to see happen. What you need in your life. And He will answer you. He will talk back to you and you will hear Him. And you will feel so much better. You'll come out of there so tranquil, so calm, so in control. Because you know that you're not alone. So do that. Tell Jesus how grateful you are. Thank Him for everything you have, because you do have much. I hope you enjoyed this read. And if you did, please click on like, share it with your family and friends and colleagues, and do subscribe, because you'll want to get notice every time I post. And I plan on posting again around Easter. Scroll all the way down and leave a comment. I'd love to read your comments, and I read all of them. So leave a comment and then leave your name and an email, because I'm still running the contest where some lucky winner will win a personal read with me. And that's a beautiful thing to experience, because then when I lay out the cards, it's all about you. It's not about the thousands of people that are watching this video today. This is a general read. And so there's messages in here for everybody. So do leave your email address, and hopefully you'll be our winner. Thank you so much. God bless you with good health. And just relax. Know that God has your back. And He loves you.